Hello guys, welcome to this channel. Today topic is data type. We'll understand what do you mean by data type and how can we use this data type in programming. So basically let's look to the definition. Data type is basically specify the different sizes and the value that can be stored in a variable. Okay. So when we declare any variable in programming, we have to specify their sizes and the value. For example, if I just want to store any value, for example 25, so 25 is the integer. So data type for the particular integer is int. And if I wish to store any character value, say b is a character value, so data type for that character value is char. So basically data type specify the sizes and the values. Okay, so int data type take 2 bytes. Okay, such that data type specify the different sizes and the value associated with that variable. Okay, furthermore, we came across two type of programming languages. First, that is the statically typed language, and second is the dynamically typed language. The major difference between the statically typed language and dynamically typed language, in statically typed language, each variable and the expression type, which is already known at its compile time. Whenever we compile in a statically typed language, each variable and expression type is already known. Okay, so once we declare any variable of any certain data type, it cannot hold values of other data types. Understood? For example, in C, C++, Java, these are the statically typed language. So once variable is declared of certain data type, it cannot hold values of other data type. Understood? Next is dynamically typed languages. For example, Ruby, Python. So these languages can receive different data types over time. Okay, suppose if I just declare integer value, after that we can change the data type of that value. Okay, so these are known as the dynamically. It can take the values at the runtime, at the compile time. Understood? But the statically typed programming language cannot hold values of other data type. It is already known to the compiler. Okay, now next, types of data type. In Java, we have two types of data type, primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So in the primitive data type section, we have again two division, that is Boolean and numeric. So in Boolean, we have a Boolean data type that is true or false. Okay, numeric is again further divided into two types, that is the character and the integral. In character, we have a data type called char. For example, if I declare A, B, C, D, okay, these are the character. So for that, we have to use the data type called char. And integral, we have two things, integer and floating point. Integer, we have for byte, short, int, and long. So these are the divisions of data type under the integer section. Okay, and floating point, we have float and double. Okay, I'll explain you each data type deeply. Understood? Next, see which data type has which default size and what is their value. Okay, for example, boolean takes 1 bit and its default size is false. Okay, we have two options in the boolean, true and false, but default size is false. Character default value is 2 byte, byte default value 1 byte, short default value 2 byte, int default value 4, and long 8 byte, float 4 byte, and double 8 byte. Okay, double 8 byte. Now guys, so data type has different sizes also. Okay, that is fixed, that is default size, and different default value also. Accordingly, we use which variable will be suitable for which data type. Okay, accordingly we have to specify, because we are using the Java, and Java is statically typed programming languages. Understood? So this is the differences between the primitive data type and the non-primitive data type. So as far as the non-primitive data type concerned, we have a string, array, and etc. Okay, so primitive data type basically boolean, character, int, short, byte, long, float, double. Okay, these are the primitive data type. And those data type like string, array, these are the non-primitive data type. In the primitive data type, are only single values, have no special capabilities. As far as we discuss about the primitive data type, these are the only single value, and have no special capability. Okay, we have a 8 primitive data type. But non-primitive non-primitive data type, such as the strings, array, has some special capabilities, and they are more than one values. Understood? So these are the what non-primitive data type. Now I'll explain these data type with with an example. So let's start the programming part. Okay, let's start coding. Close this ppt. VS Code. Okay, inside the VS Code, we'll create one file. Check variable dot java. Okay, we'll get the class here. Okay, inside the class, we'll create the main function. Yeah, inside the main function, we'll take the boolean as a data type and assigning with the variable a and b. So let's do boolean with variable a equals to, I'm assigning this as a false. Fine. Again boolean variable b, assigning this variable as true. Okay, now we'll take one if condition. If a equals to false. Okay, fine. Now sys out. Inside this sys out, we'll put a win. Okay, we'll copy again this condition, paste. So change this variable a to b, and b equals to true. I'll explain you this code. Wait a minute. True. Okay, and here replace a with capital B. Okay, now see this code. So I've created one class. Okay, check variable. Okay, I have taken two data type as boolean. I've told you that the default value for the boolean is false. So I have taken two variable a and b. Both are boolean variables, and inside the boolean variables, a is assigned to false and b is assigned to true. Now I'm checking the condition with same value that I have assigned. Okay, now a equals to false. Okay, and I assigned also a equals to false, and I'm also checking that a equals to false. It means this condition fulfills our requirement, so this condition is true. Understood? And check the second condition, b equals to true. Value of b is true, and I am checking b equals to true. Is b equals to true? Yes, it is true. So both the condition are true, so we'll get output as a win and b win. Understood? Now run the code. Okay, we'll get a win and b win as output. See, a win and b win. Okay, now I can change this if condition with if else statement. Okay, if I want to use the if else statement, then cut this if condition, we'll write else inside it. Okay, and we'll write sys out. We'll write if a equals to false, if this condition is true, then a win, and if it is not true, okay, then we'll write capital B win. Okay, now check the condition. A equals to false. It means I have assigned variable a with false, and a equals to false. It means this condition fulfills our requirement. So this is true. This is true condition. So it will print a win. Now let us suppose if I just change false into true. Now this condition become false. So we'll get the else part, that is b win. Run the code. It is running. We'll get now b win because this statement become false because I have assigned the value a with true. Now I am checking a is equals to false. So this is false statement. Now we'll get the else part, that is b win. Now see, we'll get the output as b win. Okay. Now, so this is what boolean data type. Now let us suppose I want to check the int data type. Okay. For that, we'll write here int, and for it is an integer data type, so it will take the integer. I have assigned variable a. Now again int variable 25. Okay, we'll do one thing. If I check this in with the if condition, then if a equals to, if a is greater than b, then write if a is greater than b, then a is greater, else b is greater. Okay, now check the condition. A equals to 15, b equals to 25, so a is greater than b. Checking the condition, it is a false statement. Okay, because b is greater, no. Okay, so it is false statement, so we'll get the output as else part, that is b is greater. Run the code. Code is already running. See, get the output as b is greater. Understood? So this is int data type. Okay, now let us check with the char data type. For checking the char data type, close all, cut all. We'll take one character, char. Okay, char. Char a is the variable. I am assigning this variable as for example capital P. Okay, P is the character value. Okay, now one more int, assigning int I equals to 25. Fine, we'll check the byte also. Byte b equals to 4. Okay, we'll check the sort data type also. Sort s equals to 56. Now we'll check double also. Double d equals to 5 point this integer. Okay, now let us take for float also. Float equals to, sorry, float f equals to is well. Okay, now let us check with the long also. Long l equals to this value. Okay, so character value. Okay, we have to write here f. If you are using the float data type, you have to write small f. Okay, and if you are doing with the double, you no need to write anything, just in the value. Okay, p is the what? P is the character value. Understood? P is the character value. Okay, so I have assigned all the data type with the variables. A variable with the character, that is p. I with the integer 25. B is the byte data type, that is 4. I have assigned all this. Okay, now I have to print it also. For printing, we'll create sysout. Inside this sysout, we'll write for the first character part, we'll write char. Okay, for char plus a. Okay, we'll copy this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll paste 7 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we'll change. This is integer. Okay, this is byte. Short, double, float, and then long. Okay, and variable also, a, then I, then b, then s, then d, f, and here it is l. Okay, fine. Okay, let's run the code. We'll get all these value which is assigned to a particular variable will as output. Okay, so still it's running. Yeah, see, do one thing, give a space here, here also it will look nice. Again, this also, this also, this also. Okay, we'll put exclamation here. The Yeah, now it's fine. We'll again run the code. Yeah, we'll receive this output. Okay, so I've explained all the data type with the programming. So we'll meet in the next lecture with different Java topics. Till then, thank you.